Hey, my loves. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Undeniably Nikki. I hope this episode is finding you in a tremendously great spirit. I am feeling pretty good today, and I think it is mostly because I was able to just really relax and rest this weekend. Y'all, my last couple of months have just been really busy with work and just also on my weekends, with trying to get my vlog back up and getting episodes done since beating coronavirus and everything. So, and then plus I'm trying to start actually trying to venture out and go to dinner and go to lunch and things like that. I still haven't gone on the Strip yet. I still haven't gone downtown or anything like that yet. I'm keeping it simple. But I do realize that I have to continue to live my life, even in this weirdness that we're all in right now of uncertainty and just trying to stay healthy and do everything we can do to try to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. So I have just been trying to get back out there, and with doing that, I have been super, super busy. Even though it's not like I'm out partying or anything like that. It's just I'm kind of getting a little bit of normalcy back to my life a little bit. I like it. Normalcy consists of, going to lunch or going to dinner with my sister or a couple of my girlfriends. But that's pretty much it. I haven't done much of anything else. But yeah, I was so happy this weekend that I got to just stay in the house and rest. I've really been wanting to do that. And by rest, I mean I rested my mind, I rested my soul, my spirit, my body. I wasn't on the laptop, doing other things. I wasn't, on social media a lot. I literally gave myself a break because I realized that I was burnt out. Work has been super duper stressful, and I've just been super stressed out from that. So that weighs on you. That weighs on you physically. It makes you tired. It can make you ill. And I wasn't feeling my best. So it felt good this weekend to seriously just relax and just chill and just kind of be by myself and be with myself. My sister was at work, so I had the entire apartment to myself. And I was just doing me, and just relaxing and giving some self-care to myself, because it's so important. It's so important. As much as we try to be there for everyone, as much as we try to, always say yes to everything, even if you don't feel like it. I'm one of those people that I never like to let people down. So sometimes even if I don't feel like it, I always make sure I always say yes. Even if I just kind of want to just be by myself or be at home or don't feel like really doing much, I always say yes because I hate disappointing people. But as I'm learning more as I get older that it's okay to say no. It's okay to put myself first and have self-care and just be nah, I'm good, I'm gonna stay home. And it's okay to turn off the FOMO and not be have this whole fear of missing out, and just actually give myself the time and the space that I need to recover and recuperate and feel my energies tank back up. You know what I'm saying? So I just did a lot of that this weekend. I just literally did nothing, and it felt so good. I can't tell y'all how good it felt. But other than that, there is not much going on with me. I tried to dip my little big toe back into the dating pool. As far as not going on a date or anything like that, I'm not there yet. I'm gonna virtual date for a little bit because, like I said, you don't know if everybody else is doing their due diligence. You're trying to do your due diligence, but I don't know if everybody out here is doing the same of trying to make sure that they're staying safe. And in regards with them staying safe, that'll keep you safe. But I did put my toe back in the water by actually just putting the apps back on my phone and actually building a profile. Because one of them, when I deleted the app, I had to build the profile again. Building the profile and actually trying to swipe and see what's out there. I'm not feeling too enthused. I'm not gonna lie. But I know this is just the territory of dating. You just have to swipe and keep looking until you you and your perfect someone find each other, you know? So, yeah. Other than that, there's not been much going on with me. But there is a lot of good things that's happening in the news and a couple of not so good things. And I want to make sure I let you guys know what's going on so we can have a little discussion about it, okay? So let's get into these topics. Okay, so first I want to start with, black excellence. Yes, I want to start with some black excellence. And as I go through here trying to find this article, I'm going to take a little sip of my apple juice. I'm doing apple juice today. I know I'm grown as hell, but I still love me some apple juice, y'all. I buy apple juice like all the time. I love it. Okay, so let's get into these topics about the black excellence. Today I want to highlight these two sisters who live in Georgia for black excellence because they got together. Their name is Ashley Scott and Renee Walters, and they got together and they got 19 families together. They got together, they had this idea of, what if we can create a black neighborhood, not a black neighborhood, a black town or city that is going to be a safe haven for black people. That's going to be a safe city and town for black people. They got together and they created this. So Renee Walters and Ashley Scott, they got 19 black families together. Their families, some of their friends, they got everyone together, got everyone to pull their money in together, and they purchased nearly 97 acres of land. 97 acres of land in Georgia to create, and their goal is to create this town called Freedom, Georgia. And they, what sparked all of this was everything that was happening, that's been going on in our country in regards to race relations and the injustices that are happening against black people every single day. And, the latest with Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. After seeing that and after seeing the unrest that broke out because of it, because people are pissed, I was one of those ones that was deeply affected. As I always am, because I'm a black person, so I can't not be affected. But these two sisters, one of them has a husband and she has two sons. So of course it affected her even on a different level. And Ashley decided to get with her friend, and they decided to put the families together and pull all the money together to buy these 97 acres to try to create a community. To create a city that is black owned, which is in itself just amazing and just beautiful and brilliant. Their goal is they want to have this area and they want to make sure that they have infrastructure, but they also want to make sure that they are having agriculture and they are also having other different businesses, and then they're making sure that the dollars stay in this black community. Now they did say that this would not they know it's kind of unrealistic to try to hope that this city remains all black, just because they said that their families are integrated and they have some friends who have families that are integrated, so they don't expect that to be the case, and they don't have a problem with integration or anything like that. So they're not creating a city where they're like, okay, it's only black people in the city, the rest of y'all gotta stay out. No, their whole purpose and goal of this, which is so tremendous and just beautiful, and I wish I would have had this thought, is to basically create a legacy. To create a legacy for years and years and years to come, for their children, their children's children, their children's children's children, and so on and so on. And they also want to make sure that the city that they are creating is pro-black. So like they said, we know there's no way that it can be a completely black city, but they said our goal though is that it's going to be a pro-Black city. And that is a lot of what we don't have in this country, right? Us as Black people, a majority of the cities and towns in this country are owned by white establishments, right? And that is where we get left out. We get left behind, you know, because we don't have anyone that has a vested interest in us and building our communities and making sure our communities are on point, other than the people who are in our community who are boots on the ground and stuff like that. So to be able to have a city or a town, depending on how big this is, which is why I keep going back and forth from city and town, that is Black owned, it will, there's no doubt in your mind that this is going to be a city or a town that is going to be looking at and doing things in the interest of Black people, and making sure that we get ahead, and making sure that our children get ahead, and they have a bit of an upper hand, and they have a bit of a what do you call it, like a foot forward. I'll just say a foot forward, you know, when it comes to them becoming grown people and starting their life, you know. So I honestly just salute these sisters. I'm just so proud of them. This is so cool what they're doing. I'm just like in awe. And I just think it's so dope that they were able to pull so many families, 19 Black families, to have the funds to all come together to do this together, you know. They're going to create a man-made lake. I saw like on the video, and you could see like some brothers out there, and they were doing archery and stuff. I'm not gonna lie though, when I saw the whole archery thing happening, I was like, oh Lord. You know, I immediately thought of The Walking Dead, because I've been binge watching The Walking Dead literally all weekend. I know I'm behind, y'all. I am so behind, but I literally just started watching this TV show, which is super good. But anyway, there was like a lot of archery and stuff going on in there. But yeah, so they just showed them, like, they had a little ribbon cutting ceremony and everything. And it's just so cool that they're going to be doing this. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, one of the quotes I just want to read real quick that Ashley Scott actually said. She just said, we need to create a space and a place where we could be a village again, where we can be a tribe again. So, you know, it takes a village. We all know that. You know, it takes a village. It takes looking after your neighbor, you guys looking out for each other, to create greatness and to make sure that we're all well. You know, enough of this I, me. You know, it's so important to get back to the days of our grandparents, of, you know, neighborhoods where everyone looks out for each other. Everyone has each other's back. Everyone lifts each other up, you know. So I think it's so amazing that they are literally building this town slash city, you know, to do this. You know, they're doing it because they were tired of seeing their people get killed. You know, they're tired, like I'm tired of seeing my people get killed, you know, every single day, you know. So their whole thing in response to it was, which they even said, you know, they appreciate the protest. They think it's amazing because it's important to bring eyes to issues that we as Black people face in this country. But they said we also have to do it on an economic level too. We also need to do things to help ourselves by making sure we're building communities where dollars are staying in our community, you know. That's why it's so important, everyone, to like buy Black if you can, you know, support, not if you can, I don't even say that, that's crap, because we can, but buy Black, support Black businesses, you know. Like right now I have on some earrings from the sister I went to college with, and her business is called The Wares Jewelry. The Wares Jewelry, and her name is Stephanie. So you guys can go online on Etsy and just look for The Wares Jewelry. And as you can see, they're earrings from that have the shape of Africa. And I have another pair. But yeah, it's just important to make sure that, you know, we're supporting our own people and our own communities as well. Because by doing that, we're helping our communities, you know, by keeping dollars circulating throughout our communities, we're helping it. But I'm not gonna lie, I know I need to be doing more. You know, there's always a way we can do more, right? Right? There's always a way we can make sure that we are doing our part even more to make sure that we are making the world better. And it starts by helping your own people, right? Sorry, y'all, someone was at the door, so I had to get up and get the door. But anyway, but as I was saying, I just think these women are amazing. I think it's just so cool. Oh, and it's the area that they found is unincorporated. So it's in a county, Wilkinson County in Georgia, and it's in a rural area, and it's an unincorporated area. So of course they can start a town. So anyway, I just think they're amazing. They're awesome. I think this is something that we all need to take note of and try to do things like this if we can, you know. But yeah, that's all I have to say on that. I'm gonna bring this back up a little bit because I gotta let you guys know, we finally know why Cardi B wanted to get a divorce from Offset. So this news actually came out after I recorded my episode last week. So I didn't get to talk about it, but I can talk about it now. So last week, Cardi B announced that she was filing for a divorce from Offset. And she didn't say much about it, so people didn't really know like what's going on. You know, they've had their issues in the past. They've never been shy about being open and honest about it. You know, Offset has cheated on Cardi numerous times. At one point, Cardi literally almost caught a case. Well, she did. She caught a case for it because one of his mistresses alleged that Cardi had told someone to beat her up or something like that. So anyway, they went through that. They overcame it, it seemed like. And they were married for about 3 years. And now she says she wants a divorce. So immediately, of course, everyone's like, so what's the deal? Like, did he cheat again? What's going on? Like, why are y'all getting a divorce? You know? Because, I mean, it ain't our business, but, you know, we want to know. Like, especially when you feel like you're invested in a couple, right? So it turns out, so Cardi went on Instagram Live on Friday, and she just kind of addressed some of the rumors that's going around and everything. So I'm going to read what she said. She said she wanted to thank her fans for all of the love and prayers they've been sending her. However, I don't really need it. I'm okay. I wanted to let you all know I have not shed not one tear. Every single time that this guy has been so crazy, so effed up, I'm sure she said the word, so effed up, and it hits the media, I'm always crying, always sad because I don't like that type of shit. Cardi continued, this time I wasn't crying. You want to know why? The reason for my divorce is not because of none of that shit that ever happened before. It's not because of cheating. I'm seeing people be like, oh, he has a baby on the way. That's a whole effing complete lie. That's the second time people are trying to pin babies over here. No, that's bullshit. So Cardi, basically, I guess there was rumors going around that he has a baby on the way, you know, but Cardi's saying that's not true. She's saying it's nothing to do with their past history or anything like that. And then she went on to say, she is not doing this for a publicity stunt. So apparently there was like rumors going around too, like, okay, she's just doing this because she has a new album coming out. So Cardi says nothing crazy out of this world happened. Sometimes people really do just grow apart. I've been with this man for 4 years. I have a kid with this man. I have a household with this man. Sometimes you just get tired of the arguments and the buildup. You get tired sometimes, and before something happens, you leave. So it looks like, you know, based on what Cardi is saying, they just grew apart. Which, you know, that happens with couples, you know. A lot of times, you know, people will grow apart because you become different people. So, like, let's say a 20-year-old me is completely different from a mid-30s, 40-year-old me, right? And if I had been with someone for so long, if we weren't growing and changing together in a way, if we're doing it together, but we're doing it separately, of course you're going to grow apart. And so she's saying that is the case in this situation, that they just grew apart. And honestly, I'm okay with that answer. I don't need anything else. I don't need to speculate or anything like that, because it happens, you know. You don't wish any ill will to the person. You still have love for them, but you're not happy together anymore. And honestly, I applaud her for being brave to leave, you know, because some people stay for the kids. A lot of people stay for the kids, and you're in a situation where you're unhappy, and it's not easy to leave, you know. It's not easy to leave something you're comfortable in, because you're in a comfortable situation. Even if you're fighting like cats and dogs, you know, it's a situation you know how to handle. So I applaud her for actually being able to be a big girl, you know, put a big girl pants on and be like, you know what, this doesn't work for me. This isn't working for you. It's going to affect our kid, because kids see that. Kids see and can feel when relationships aren't what they should be, when they're not good. They feel that, you know. So I applaud her, and I wish her and I wish Offset the best. And I don't need anything else. I don't need to know anything else about it, because that's what she said it is. That's what it's gonna be. Okay. Now, okay, so I just told you guys some bad news as far as like relationships and stuff, but I got some good news. So let me get a little sip. Hold on. The good news is that our beautiful queen, Halle has a new boyfriend. Now, okay, so we've all kind of been knowing for like a couple of months something's been going on, you know, something's in the work, based on like some posts and stuff she's kind of put on Instagram. For example, she had this one post in July where it was like her feet and a man's feet, right? And they were like all hugged up together, like you can see the legs and feet hugged up together. And wait, what did she caption it? Hold on, I have that info, what she captioned it. Let me see. Okay, she, on the caption, she kind of just said Sunday Fun Day, and then she put a heart. So at that point, you know, this was like in July. Everybody was like, what's going on, Halle? Like, girl, who you talking to now? Who your new boo? Right? But she didn't say anything, because you know Halle's kind of private. So anyway, then in August, when it was her birthday, when she turned 54 years old, she did a post, and it just said waking up in Vegas. And she did like, it was like this long post, and she like thanked the fans and everything, but she said waking up in Vegas. And then, but she also showed feet on that post too, and it was her feet and it was man feet. So everybody's like, you know, okay, Halle, you got a new boo. Who is this guy? You know, because our girl, we love her, but she don't have the best luck when it comes to relationships, right? Like, Lord, she just don't. So, you know, we kind of worry about her a little bit, right? So it turns out that her new man is this guy named Van Hunt. Now, I know who he is, because I remember one of his songs that came out. It's called Dust. It came out in 2006. I think it was 2006. I love this song. I'm gonna actually play a little bit for you, because I actually have it on my phone. So this is it. I'm gonna play it. Is this sounding familiar to you? Camera cut off, but I just started it over. I cut it back on, kept the music going. So anyway, that's one of his songs. That's the one I remember, and I remember the video and everything. I remember watching it at my mom's house when I used to watch videos all the time. So anyway, I know who he is. He's super cute, but he's older now. And I remember like when he came out, I think he was like probably in his 30s, and it's super cute. But anyway, he's older now. He's 50. Halle's 54, and they are dating. And so this is how she broke the news to us. Let me go find my notes. So how she broke the news was she made a post, and she had on a shirt, and it was super cute the way she did it. She had on a shirt that said Van Hunt, and she's smiling and glowing in this photo, and she's got a drink in her hand. It looked like it was bourbon based on how the drink looked. She's got a drink in her hand, and she says, now, she goes, now you know, with a heart, okay? He put the same post on his page, the picture of her. She has a shirt on that says Van Hunt, like I said, and he said, there you go. So that's how they made it known to us that they were a couple, and that's how they became Instagram official. And yeah, I don't know. I like this. I'm excited and I'm hopeful for Halle for this, you know, because like I said, our girl has had some, you know, trouble with relationships in the past, and I'm just really hoping that this guy is her lobster. I'm hoping that this is the guy for her that she's going to be with for life. And I don't know, he's artsy. I love artsy guys. And he seems like he's got like a good spirit. And you know, like one of the things he said in an interview with Essence in 2015 is that he's inspired by strong women. You know, he's inspired by watching women rise to the occasion, the challenge. So to me, you know, that shows he has a huge amount of respect for the opposite sex. You know, he has a huge amount of respect for us women. And Halle's a strong woman, you know. So I think she may have finally met her match, you know. And he has a child himself. He has a teenager. We all know that Halle has 2 kids. She has a 12-year-old, and then her son is 6-year-old. Her 12-year-old is with, her name's Nala, and her 12-year-old, the father is Gabriel Aubry, who was this model, Australian model. I think he was Australian. And then her son is with Olivier Martinez, who's an actor. And she was in both relationships. I think she was with Gabriel for like 5 years. She was with Olivier for like 4 years. And then she was previously married to David Justice. We all remember that relationship in the 90s, how cute her and David Justice were. And they were together from 93 to 97. Oh, and I can't even forget. Why am I forgetting? Remember, she was married to Eric Benet, and then he like cheated on her with like 30 different people, and he turns out that he was like a sexaholic. Remember that happened? So she was with Eric Benet for 4 years too. So all of Halle's relationships have been running about this whole 5 year thing. So I'm hoping, I'm gonna be keeping my fingers crossed. Once it come up on like 3 years for her, 3.5, I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna be like, oh Lord, help Halle. Like, Lord, let a relationship survive. Because I'm noticing, and as I was saying all that, I was like, wait a minute, that's like 4 years for each relationship. But anyway, so yeah, so that is Halle's new man. She looks so happy. And he's a handsome guy, and he is, you know, a musician. Musicians are so sexy. And I don't know, like he kind of gives me like a little bit of like Lenny Kravitz meets hobo vibe, right? Because I mean, he's like, I don't know, I can't explain it. He's just got that artsiness that's sexy. I can't explain it. But anyway, so I'm happy for them. I'm happy for Halle, and I hope that this is my girl's guy, because I just want to see her happy. Not saying that she's not happy without a man, because we all know you can be happy without a man. But you get what I'm saying. I want to see her, you know, in the happiness of the love glow, being in love glow. Ain't nothing like being in love. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so that is what I had in regards to, you know, the couples news. Let me see if I have anything else. I'm just kind of looking through my notes. Oh, you guys, real quick, I just want to tell you, for the Real Housewives of Atlanta fans, I just want to let you know that Nene Leakes, which you probably already know, she's leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta again. Nene has been with the Real Housewives of Atlanta since the start of it, right? And she only left briefly at one point. When did she leave? Started on the show in 2008. She left at one point to work on some other things, and she didn't do a season of it. but now she has said she will not be back for season 13. Now there are rumors saying that she is working on a deal with E, to have her own show on E, her own reality show. So we'll just see. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens and if that works out. Nene seems sad to go, but she seems at peace with it. And honestly, like, I love Nene, y'all, but I'm gonna keep it real. She has been kind of a monster the last few seasons, and it hasn't made her as likable as she has always been. So I'm hoping out of this situation she will kind of, you know, go back, even though, you know, there are certain people like Kenya who push her to be this way by pushing her buttons and know what they do. But I'm hoping out of this she will come out of this, you know, realizing what a blessing she did have, and maybe come out of this a little better. I just hate it that Kenya gonna still be on the show and she's gone, because I kind of like, a part of me feels like Kenya won, and excuse me, Kenya is just don't even get me started on her. But I do think this is a good move, because like I said, Nene, her likability has gone down in the past couple of years. It's just been hard to watch that. So I wish her the best. I hope things work out for Nene. I do think she's so funny and she's talented, and I just hope that there's just a brighter future ahead for her. And I think we will see her back on Real Housewives. I do. I think negotiations just fell through the loops, because she is the highest paid housewife of all the franchises, all of them. And this is a time of COVID where people aren't really paying like they used to pay. A lot of people are losing jobs left and right. And I wouldn't be surprised if they had to just make some cuts and they couldn't give her the salary that she was demanding. And that's probably why she's not returning to the show. So anyway, I wish her the best. I don't have anything else, y'all. That is all I have today. I feel like we got through some good hot topics. I felt like it was a little rush, I'm not gonna lie, because I am recording this right before I have to start work in like 30 minutes. So, you know, it was ticking. But that's mostly just because this weekend, y'all, I really had to just unplug, and I really had to just decompress and not do anything. I had to just do some, you know, self-care for myself, you know. But anyway, I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you all for watching and always texting me and leaving comments. Please continue to leave comments on here, and if you like what you are hearing, please, if you like what you're watching, you're seeing, please continue to make sure that you are subscribing, sharing, and liking my videos here on YouTube. Because, you know, y'all, I'm trying to take this somewhere. You know, y'all know I always had dreams of being Oprah, being the next Oprah. So I just know one day the right person is going to discover this. The right person is going to see this. So all the views and comments and everything that you can do to help in that, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you guys so much for it. And I love you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share. And I will catch you all here again next time. I love you.